Welcome back to 20 Years of Doom. I'm Temin.
I'm Red.
I'm Aces High.
So, this is the long-awaited Memento Mori, spearheaded by the Innocent Crew, Thomas and Dennis Miller. I just have to say their name every time, I guess. But this one's kind of unique in that it comes with this infopack.exe, which has like a bunch of credits, the story behind the Megawad, like the plot, more or less, and like a little information section on each and every individual level, which is neat.
Digging this music.
I thought that was in quite a few of the other mods that you were doing, or sorry, wads.
Not really so far. I feel like the closest that we've come to that is like Fistful of Doom that had that custom installer.
Yeah, that's all I can think of too.
I thought maybe one of the Christmas ones that you did.
Yeah, that did have like an install process, but it didn't have like an info pack per se.
Oh, okay.
Oh, plus, yeah, I get what you mean. That had the text document too, which, funnily enough, the story I don't think is even in the text document. It's just a bunch of stuff saying go to our website or whatever.
Buy my book. Go to my website. Okay.
I just saw a GeoCities URL.
Heck yeah!
Oh. Yes! The good old times.
Oh man. So, this is Memento Mori. It's one of the great classic Megawads from the 90s. It's one that, well, Doom enthusiasts such as myself go back to every now and then, although this recording's the last time I played it, and this was a long time ago. So,
yeah. Time travel shenanigans, long story short.
But yeah, the WAD was built specifically for co-op in mind, but it does work in single player. We'll be seeing, I believe in level 4, a co-op exclusive puzzle that I can't do myself, but that's really the only thing I remember that was like, that I was prevented by doing as far as co-op stuff.
It's cool that they've got a WAD this early in Doom's lifespan that's just got co-op set up for it, ready to go, intentionally designed for it.
Yeah, that's actually really cool. 1990, we're in 96, right?
Yep.
We're 96 now. Wow.
John 1996 was just a regular year.
Wow.
Wow.
It was a golden year of gaming, actually. Turns out he wasn't so normal after all. He had superpowers of being a legacy.
Oh yeah, by the way, Dennis Miller made that particular InfoPack EXE, which is neat, because he actually did the programming for Obituary, the dehacked work for the Rocket Man and the Predator Trooper.
Oh god, the Rocket Man. Oh.
Yep. So, the intro screen, yeah. So, in addition to everything, there's a whole new soundtrack by one Mark Clem, which is
nice.
Awesome at points, forgettable at others. Nothing, terrible at least, so that's good.
I mean, that little intro menu.
So nothing
was
like
radical.
those Christmas carols.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
That's the bar that I'm going to put, custom or original soundtracks against for every one of these wads.
That's a fair point.
I can guarantee we'll find worse.
So it's kind of off to an interesting start for this pentagram, like sector pentagram. I think this map was made by two people, and I think the other person's contribution to the map was solely that pentagram. So yeah, it was honestly, given the editors, that's really hard to do. I remember trying to make a pentagram like that in like WAD Author, and I couldn't do it. So kudos to them.
Yeah. It's really sleek looking.
They figured that out, and they're just like, there, that's it. That's my stamp.
Yep, exactly.
Giant pentastamp.
Don't need to do anything else. I gave you the penta stamp.
Yep. Now his name's permanently on the WAD. I feel like I had some other info, but now I'm struggling to think of it. I'm sure it'll come up when it needs to, though.
Yeah. Well,
That's all right. How many levels is this WAD?
Oh, this is a full 32 map megawatt, friend.
Wow. Oh boy.
Oh.
Chain gunner. Or oh no, just a lot of
lots
shotguns.
of shotgunners, yeah. Hit scanners, still as brutal as always. Good to see some things never change.
Well, especially when you have that many so close to you. I mean, they were right behind you.
Yeah, they like to ambush you. I've noticed especially Thomas and Dennis, the Millers.
oh yeah.
Innocent crew, them. So this is
That's what they call themselves. Okay.
It's kind of an ironic name.
yeah. They made maps called like I'm trying to think of their
They were
Slaughter
super
and-
edgy.
Yeah, Slaughter Until Death map names. They had some doozies like mutilated corpses, and that was like one of the tamer ones.
Yeah.
Oh, fun.
But yeah, a lot of the maps in Memento Mori are heavily styled on other Doom and Doom 2 maps, which is cool, I think.
Yeah, I
because
can definitely see the inspirations for the first level in this one.
Yep, absolutely.
yeah. And it'll become more obvious later on, too. Oh, by the way, I think this is a secret, but I have no idea how to get into it. So,
It feels like it.
yeah. Maybe if somebody can tell me what's up and it's interesting, I'll put it in one of those compilations where I find cool things that I missed.
Yeah.
Sweet.
So, speaking of full 32 map megawatt, does this have a full 32 track soundtrack, or do they reuse any music?
Not quite. They do reuse a few tracks. I want to say they have at least 15 full level themes.
Oh, wow. Very good.
Yep.
That's still quite a lot.
It's pretty good. I don't know what like MIDI making tools they had, but I know that converting MIDIs into a usable Doom format back in the... Oh, I love that sector arch, by the way. There's like a million sectors making up that arch. It's great. But yeah, putting MIDIs into Doom wasn't as simple as it is today, where you could just literally plop a MIDI file
Drag and drop.
into a WAD. You had to convert it into the Doom's MUS format so that it could be played
Right.
with ad-lib as well as general MIDI.
Right.
But I think actually one of the Innocent crew wrote a tool to do that. If not, somebody else in the community. Oh, also, that's our first mid-text door. That was a door we can see right through, and it's some crazy engineering going on there.
Oh, man.
I did not notice that was a door.
Yeah, exactly. It's crazy.
Huh.
A functioning door
Wow.
you can see through in Doom. It's what a time to be alive. I'm trying...
Screen doors.
Yeah, it's nuts. I'm trying to remember how they did that, because I actually did that for the joy of mapping, which I'll probably bring up every now and then because those are the most recent maps I've made until we actually go and play them. Dun dun dun.
Oh.
But yeah, I did learn how to do that, and it involved some like crazy stuff with not texturing. You basically have an outer door and an inner door, and you don't texture the outer door, and the inner door is like non-functioning. It's just the texture. And you have to leave it like 1 unit above the ground so that it doesn't render a hall of mirrors instead of what's on the other side of the door. That could be a thing I show off in the next Doom editing video, mid-texture doors, because it's an interesting concept that I have no reason to believe didn't make its debut in this level, the bridge in Memento Mori.
Now my question is...
Really? Wow.
Yeah, how did they even figure that out?
Probably a lot of trial and error.
Or just completely by accident?
Yeah.
Because this is stuff that they specifically did. Like, this wasn't in any of the id stuff, right?
Exactly. Yeah, this is like all fan
Wow.
stuff. And
Wow.
yeah, it's crazy because this is around the point where Doom maps started, custom maps start matching the quality or exceeding the quality of the originals, which is kind of awesome. Like, this area right here is reminiscent of kind of the sewer level of map 5 of Doom 2, but it's like far more detailed and better looking, which is cool.
Take that,
yeah.
Carmack, or whichever one of the designers did that level.
I think it was American McGee.
Take that, American
Yeah,
McGee.
take it. Although I don't know if whoever made this map went... Oh god, I'm ambushed.
There we go.
I was wondering for a second, I was sitting there going, I bet you're just going to get your ass chewed off
Yep.
there.
And where do you know? It's exactly where I was bitten. Doom guys...
This is very dark.
Well, it's a sewer, I guess. I don't know. They have an excuse, I think.
Sewer.
Well, I mean, everyone says that Doom's a dark game, right? I'm just more commenting on, wow, that's really dark.
That's fair. Believe it or not, this is a secret, by the way. I didn't dare to drop down to find out, though.
Oh. Yeah, I could just fall into a pit full of acid and no way out.
Yeah.
Green slime.
So.
Or you fall on top of a bunch of chain gunners or shotgun zombies and you're just like, wow, great, thanks.
Infinite specters.
So, yeah, that was either down there or like a megasphere, but either way, I've beaten the level, so.
Sweet.
You have crossed the bridge.
Yep. And then now to go through the interlock. Yeah.
Isn't that like an adjective?
Shh. I think this one has. It's weird. I think Memento Mori 2 has an entryway styled section in map 3. That's weird that they did that twice in a row. But, we'll see it when we get there. Yeah, there's the entryway room. The entryway exit right there.
Yeah, no, I totally see it.
It's kind of funny how you can get the total theme from, like, a texture combination plus, like, a few fixtures on the floor.
And in general, a sort of progression for how you go through rooms and, what you can see from where you're standing.
I'm kind of surprised with how, like, you haven't gotten any new weapons yet. You've pretty much just gone with the shotgun for a very long time.
Yeah, it's interesting too because in Doom 2 they give it straight away in level 2.
Yeah.
I guess they had some form of balance in mind, I guess. Which is actually kind of impressive for an amateur team, honestly.
I mean, there's a pretty, universal understanding that the super shotgun is named the super shotgun for a reason. It's
that too.
Super.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, if I didn't mention, it wasn't just the Miller brothers who made this WAD. They gathered a super group of WAD makers to put together 32 maps in like a couple months, which
nice.
I believe is the second instance of a community-done Mega WAD, the first being H2H Christmas that we've looked at anyway.
I'm still surprised by like community stuff like this, given how early it is. But maybe that's just me because I didn't really get internet until like 1999.
Right, that is kind of hard to wrap your head around too, isn't it? Because like they had, I don't know what means they had to communicate, but I feel like a lot of them were like doing stuff on like Windows 95 or DOS with their like dial-up connection. Must have been like awful.
Use some good old AOL.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Classic. This is the map with the co-op puzzle. I think this is the first one I've had to pistol start since the first map. Spoilers.
Oh wow.
But
I'm doing pretty well so far.
Oh, but not for long.
Oh, so there's at least 2 deaths in this.
Maybe. I don't remember.
Together, guys, and it'll be a walk in the park.
By the way, I don't remember what that switch directly behind me did. I pressed it every time, except for the first time I played this map, and I don't know what it affects.
It didn't let some of those guys out?
Maybe? I don't know.
I feel like, because, I don't know, it kind of looked like maybe some of those guys came out of a hidden wall.
Oh, I get
you. Can't say for certain since you immediately pushed it to start.
Yeah, it's...
Wow.
I honestly don't see myself going back to check what that even did.
Don't do it for my sake either.
Well, I mean,
pass.
usually I do that for my sake, but there's no way it could be anything like super earth-shattering.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there was a
Yep.
BFG with, I don't know, plasma rifle and super shotgun and everything.
Dude,
Well, it would definitely help you get through these Hell Knights quicker.
right? Yeah, still a pain to do with just the shotgun. Though there's the super shotgun. Can't quite get it
finally.
yet, but yeah, that switch.
About time.
That switch actually lowers a lift way over here,
What?
and then
Which lowers another lift, which lowers
well,
another lift.
yeah, there's a switch that opens the door way over there, but therein lies the co-op problem I was talking about. No matter, as far as everything I tried, no matter what you can do, you can't get there fast enough, before the door closes again.
Wait,
So-
we can't even get the super shotgun yet.
Well, no, there was a supercharge in the door. I
Oh.
think the super shotgun is opened by something else.
Oh, okay.
Supercharge is nice.
Yeah.
Super Shotgun is better, though.
It's a fair assessment. It's a bit finicky too, because you gotta have like the right angle on the stairs to get into that little window. But whatever, it's not super hard. All right. Yeah. Now the super shotgun's lowered, I think. Oh, by the way, there's just another supercharge too. So
Sure,
whatever.
why not?
That works.
Yeah, well,
Oh,
you're
there-
all ready to go.
Yes.
There we go.
Yes.
All right.
Oh,
Ready
yeah.
to roll.
Yes.
Here we see us inherently, of course, not using the super shotgun.
Shotgun guys, come on. Well, I mean, to be fair, for a while, the first thing I killed with any BFG I got was a shotgun guy.
Yeah.
I should go
Or
back to
zombie
that,
man.
honestly. Yeah. Man.
It's
all right,
To be
I mean,
singular and
you know.
alone, though, that makes it a little more difficult. That or a gigantic horde, which then makes it actually worth it.
Well, you can snipe with the Super Shotgun. It's just so much more efficient to use the chain gun.
Yeah.
That's fair. By the way, that supercharge was a secret. I did some funny stuff to get to it. Don't remember exactly what, but I remember that I did, in fact, do funny stuff.
So did they just not program any of the... Did they just not have any a secret is revealed triggers? Because I've not seen a single one of those
Yeah,
yet.
they haven't invented that message to pop up. That comes in with the
Really?
source ports.
Oh, so you
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
really thought about it, but yeah, you kind of just walk into a secret and you found it.
Yeah, there's no fanfare whatsoever, which I think I honestly
Huh.
prefer having the messages just to know, what differentiates a secret from a non-secret. It's nice.
So wait, even with like OG Doom, that was still... Because I thought for certain that if you were playing like Doom or Doom 2, they did that.
Nope.
I didn't think that was a new thing. Wow.
Yeah, they added that with source ports, which I also think they added it for a couple of the console ports, like early 2000s console ports, but yeah, I
Maybe
don't...
that's why I can picture
Wow.
classic Doom having those messages is the console versions.
Yeah, that's... Oh, yeah. Or maybe I'm just getting it confused because Quake did that, like, did it right from, the shareware disc.
Yes.
Oh.
That,
too.
yeah,
Yeah.
that is true. Yeah, that makes sense too.
So that might be what I'm confusing it with.
I mean, to be fair, the source ports probably inherited that message from Quake.
Yeah.
Yeah. And everything since then... although I can't remember. I'm sure Wolfenstein had them. Return to Castle Wolfenstein, I mean.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Like once they did it for Quake, it was just like, okay, we're just gonna do this for every game now because why didn't we do this before?
Yeah. It's helpful, you know, a little bit.
I could honestly, I feel like I could go either way on the issue. There's some pros and cons to both, but I can't really tangibly relate them.
It's not a secret if they tell you it's a secret. Jeez.
Right. Gosh. So, if I remember right, there's some, like, ambush at... I think this is towards the end, with the... There's, like, a baron... Oh, this is a different trap. It's like a little arena. I'm thinking of a different level then. Or maybe not.
Yeah, I was about to say, this doesn't seem like much of a trap. You got a lot of area to maneuver, and they're all projectile enemies. No hit scans.
It's like a super easy, dead simple, because there's no, like, giant fireballs flying everywhere.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Ow.
Yeah, what a jerk.
See that out in the open, now that I would see as a trap.
Yeah, sure. More of a trap than that room for sure.
Sadly, it's just one chain gunner versus the two of them.
Oh.
It's more of a trap.
I was thinking of the right map.
No. Oh.
So, I believe you can't really open this door from the other side, so you're kind of stuck in close quarters with the Baron if you don't go back out.
But I mean, you know, the nice thing is that you know what's there because at this point you've played enough Doom that you know what a Baron sounds like.
This is the super trap.
Oh,
yeah, you just gotta deal with this guy fast.
Oh man.
Well, good thing they finally gave you a super trap
right?
then.
That would have taken significantly longer and more health if, you know, otherwise.
That's right, just whip out the chainsaw at that point. It's futile anyways.
Alright, we've beaten Stephen King's The Stand.
It's a
And
great book.
it's a long book too.
It is.
Hell's Kitchen. This one's heavily influenced by, well, it says right there, the Circle of Death. Wow. Thanks, level description. But it also has probably my favorite MIDI, maybe even ever, but that's probably not true, but definitely in this WAD.
Ooh. Well, I'm already digging it.
Yeah, it's a pretty sick jam. It's not even necessarily, you know, my type of music, but I like this one.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
It just gets better too.
They're using bells or chimes. That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's a great effect.
Tubular bells. Not in the cool sense, in the literal sense.
Oh boy. Now they're just throwing every enemy that they can at you.
Right?
Yeah, we're pretty early on too.
Yeah.
No punches pulled here.
Yeah.
Just waiting for an archvile to show up at
Oh
this
God,
point now.
no, not this early on, please.
Yeah.
God.
Oh man. I think honestly they were pretty reserved with the archviles in this one.
Oh, thankfully.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Oh.
Which is nice because it's really let's just say there will be a lot of archviles in the future.
That poor Revenant, he couldn't even shoot at you.
No. It's his lot in life, I guess.
This MIDI is based on a real song. I want the song ASAP. This is so good.
Yeah, it sounded really familiar for a second, but maybe it just sounds somewhat similar to a MIDI from another game. I almost was like picturing myself going, wow, I feel like I'm playing Raptor.
Was that by Apogee?
Raptor Call of the Shadow? Yeah. That was one of the overhead
the shmup. Top-down shooter.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Well, that might be going on a certain list that's coming up in the near future.
Ooh.
The game?
Yeah. Surprisingly.
All right.
Teaser, spoiler.
Dun dun dun.
Hint, hint. We're making a shmup thread. I'm revealing to the world my love of shmups, and we're gonna play every shmup ever. All of them. God, there's a lot.
Strictly speaking,
So,
that's
I
not
mean-
true. In fact, most of that wasn't true.
So would be the shmups be different than, like doing Toho or something like that?
That's a shmup. That would be in the list.
Oh, okay.
It would be like
okay.
everyone ever. All of them.
Even like ones made in Game Maker that are just on some guy's GeoCity website.
All like 38,000 of them.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
right.
be like that guy who's still playing the Binding of Isaac until he gets every possible item combination ever, whatever it is he's doing.
Right.
What?
I feel like there are more homebrew like shmup games than there are do mods somehow.
I don't know about homebrew, but I would say that there might be an equal number of total shmup games, homebrew and official, to like actual Doom content in existence.
I mean, it's really hard to quantify if you account for some game somebody made in their own time and never released, and gave to friends once.
But Doom mods also fall into the same category.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what makes it hard to quantify.
Yeah. But there are also plenty of little like test arcade shooter games that I'm sure people have made in like Flash and Swift and other things that never even made it to the internet, or literally one web page or domain that nobody ever saw or never saw the light of day.
Did you have to actually pay to have a GeoCities website, or was that the reason why everybody had one?
I don't know. It seems reasonable that everyone had one if they didn't have to pay, though.
That would make sense.
Kind of like how, WordPress or like, what the heck is like one of the free ones that you can use now, like WebEx or something?
WordPress isn't about.
Oh, okay. Well, I think there's a few other ones, but I guess WordPress is the most popular.
Yeah.
WordPress is the new GeoCities.
If anyone has owned or operated a GeoCities website, please let me know.
Post about it in the thread.
Yeah, that'd be pretty nice. I'm sure at least one person in the thread has, had their own GeoCities website.
I'm really hoping.
Oh,
at the
I'm
very
sure
least.
they did.
So,
I still remember. Yeah.
whoever you are, hey, thanks.
Yeah.
That
Ooh.
being said, that's the end of Hell's Kitchen by Oren Flaherty.
Just ends with a Halo dive. Okay. Ow.
Man.
Yeah, those chain guns out in the open.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
Well-
they really were a better trap. Jeez. Oh god. See, yeah, pull out the chainsaw.
No,
what
I
said.
walked
Maybe
over
I
a
need-
chainsaw, I think.
Oh god. Oh no.
Oh, it's the ending. Oh god, oh god. I didn't go fast
Oh.
enough.
Oh. He punched you good.
Yeah.
Well.
Wow, that's actually more deaths than I thought for this video.
Well,
Well, I don't know. It wasn't very well. For how many levels did you do? 5?
yeah, 5.
Yeah.
Didn't seem too bad.
That's fair. 1 per level, but most of them were in 1 level. But, well, we'll see how it goes. I know how it goes.
It's like
Oh,
golf,
God.
but with your life. You made par.
Yeah. Woo! All right. That being said, the end.
See you next time.
Bye.